Dancing beat. Hi everyone, I'm your best friend, back in town again. Hi everyone, I'm your best friend, back in town again. Get you on your dancing beat. Hi everyone, I'm your best friend, back in town again. Get you on your dancing beat.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Justin, the Vegan Savage, and I am here today to talk to you about my fasting regimen. I've been getting so many questions about that. I actually had another topic of discussion that I wanted to speak on tonight, but since I've been getting so many questions concerning this subject, then I want to definitely make this video for you all. But before I get into that, one quick announcement. I will be at the DeSoto Civic Center in DeSoto, Texas on May the 17th at 7 p.m. at a Healthy Alternatives Restoring Your Wellness event. I am one of the speakers there. It is going to be exciting. There are other great speakers that will be there as well. It's going to be food, fun, fellowship, good time, and of course, you get to see me in all of my glory and splendor. I'm actually very excited to be meeting a lot of you all. It's going to be a great time. So if you do not have your tickets, make sure you purchase your tickets. There are several ticket options that you can purchase. So if you will click the link that is going to be in my description on this video, then make sure that you click that link and it'll take you to the website where you can purchase those tickets. Okay, now to the topic of discussion. What was my fasting regimen when I initially started losing the weight? This has been an ongoing question, so I'm going to do this video so that your questions will be answered. Hopefully, I am able to answer all of the questions that you may have. I'm going to try to, from memory, go through all of the questions that I was asked as to the how, what, when of my regimen. I initially was sending everybody to the video of my interview with Chris because I'm just like, I can't keep answering this question over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So I do recognize that is a very lengthy video and a lot of people do not have the wherewithal to really sit through a video that long, and I don't even know at what point that I started discussing that. So I'm just going to extract this portion of the interview. If you have not watched that interview, please go watch that interview because it was a great interview, if I do say so myself. But I'm going to extract this information and try to build more information onto it so that the next time I'm asked the question, I can just refer you to this video and then tell you to go watch that video of my interview with Chris so you can get the full-blown information as to, you know, how I was affected by that, so forth and so on. All right? So, the frequently asked question that has been presented to me was, what was my fasting regimen when I initially started losing the weight? I did what was called cycle fasting. I actually made that up myself. I actually coined that term, cycle fasting. So I did soft, dry fasting. I never did water fasting. Starting out, I did my first water fast last year for 14 days. I consumed only water. So it was a soft, dry fast. A soft, dry fast is when you do not consume any water orally, but you still brush your teeth, you still take showers, etc., etc. So that was a soft, dry fast. So what I did, the first month that I started, I did 3 days. Dry fasting, 3 days. When I came out of that dry fasting, I broke the fast with water. And then a couple of hours later on in the day, I would eat like fruit, anything that was high in water content. That way it helps, you know, you ease back into your eating regimen slowly without throwing your body into shock. So fruit that's high in water content was what I consumed. Okay, from that point, it was intermittent fasting on the days that I did eat. So the first 3 days was dry, and then broke it with water and then fruit that was high in water content. And so on the remaining days of my fast for that first week, which was the remaining 4 days, I was eating, I think it was 16-8. So it was intermittent fasting, 16 hours fasted, 8 hours eating. So I did that. The following week, I did 4 days. So this is week 2. I went 4 days, dry fast, broke the fast the same way, water, fruit, intermittent fasting the remaining 3 days. On week 3, I did 5 days. 5 days dry, 2 days intermittent fasting, broke it with water, fruit that is high in water content. On the 4th week, which is the last week of the month, 7 days straight. Okay, 7 days dry. 7 days dry, and the following month after that, because 4th week is the last week of the month, so then after that I hit my 7 days, and then after that I was into the next month. So the next month I did intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day. Oh man, 1 meal a day. That's what I did. And so it was 1 meal a day. I don't even remember what time of day it was. It was later in the evening, but I can't give you a specific time. But it was 1 meal a day. I stuck to a very strict eating regimen where it was mostly fruit, vegetables, nothing fried, nothing sweet, very cut and dry, no junk food, no nothing. This was a life and death situation, as I said in my video before. Suffering with high blood pressure, borderline diabetes, joint pains. I didn't have time to play. Still don't have time to play, but I was very, very dead on it and hardcore with it. Another question that I got with that was, did I exercise? There were days that I did go to the gym out of pure ignorance and it was literally out of pure ignorance of me just trying to really get the weight off of me as quick as possible. I did go to the gym, and there were some days that I worked out very hard. There were some days that I overdid it, and I didn't cover all of this in my interview because I didn't want to be on the phone with Chris, and I'm sure he had more stuff to do besides sit on the phone with me for 10 hours talking about every single thing that I encountered with it. But there were days that I did go to the gym and I worked out entirely too hard on my 4th day of a dry fast, and you're in the gym trying to do high intensity interval training and weight training. It was just a lot. So I would recommend, if you're doing this, that you would rest. And if you're going to do anything, I would say just walk outside, get exposed to sunlight, walk outside. Don't try to run a marathon if you feel like you just have to do something. Definitely when I do my fasting regimens now, I don't try to go to the gym and just kill it. If I do go to the gym, I'm walking on the treadmill, and that's simply because where I live, there are not many options for me to get out and walk and get exposed to the sunlight. So I just kind of sort of have to choose the lesser of the two evils, and my choice is to just go to the gym and walk on the treadmill. If you are fortunate enough, or there's a park or anything where there's a track that's exposed to sunlight where you can get out and walk outside while you're on your fast, that is perfect. That is ideal. That sunlight definitely helps energize you. It's hard to really explain it, but the sunlight is amazing for keeping your energy levels up when you're fasted. A lot of times when I'm fasted, I try my best to get as much sunlight as possible, because it's something about the sunlight that really is like it regulates your hunger. It's strange, and I know this sounds crazy, but it energizes you. It keeps your hunger down, or it eliminates your hunger. Is crazy. I know it sounds crazy and it sounds ridiculous, but literally it's the truth. I've discovered this on a fast that I did a couple of weeks ago, where I really wanted to get exposed to as much sunlight as possible. And since the weather here has been extremely bipolar in South Carolina, where it's freezing cold one day and extremely hot the next day, or freezing cold in the mornings and you about to die of a heat stroke in the afternoon, it it just worked out. So you get out, get the sunlight, that's perfect for you. So I would definitely say and would recommend that if you're doing a fast, especially a dry fast, that you get exposed to sun, as much sun as possible, as that will help you on your journey. And the sun literally detox you as well. So that's a great way to be detox, is getting exposed to that sunlight as well. So with that being said, that was my regimen. So the question, answer the question, did I work out? Yes, I did. Would I recommend that you work out on a soft, dry fast? Not necessarily. And again, I would say that the most important thing that you need to do on a fast anyway is to rest. Because at the end of the day, if you're exercising and you're on a extended fast, then your body is using that energy that it could be using to heal you, to help restore and repair the damage that you've done to your muscles. So so to conserve all of that energy and really get the full benefits of fasting and getting healed on all levels of your being, I would say when you're fasting, just rest. The gym will be there, exercising will be there. Just focus on your healing. And when you're fasting, especially when you do extended fasting, and not to rehash my interview, because literally, if you want to know, anything about, fasting and what it does, as far as I'm concerned, go check out the interview with Chris. But you experience healing on multiple levels. So you experience healing mentally, psychologically, physically. You just experience all type of healing, and you get mental clarity. Your senses are like raised to another level. You're able to do so much more. There's clarity of thought. You're very cognizant of what's happening. You're very knowledgeable. Just things begin to open up to you that you've never really experienced before. You don't need a lot of sleep. Anytime that I'm doing a fast that's longer than 3 days, I can be very energetic off of 3 hours of sleep. And a lot of times, there's a lot of days, especially on the last fast that I did, by the time day 4 rolled around, I was running off of like an hour and a half, 2 hours of sleep, literally, and like working full days, doing stuff throughout the day, um, and not really needing a lot of sleep whatsoever. Hour and a half, 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours of sleep. After day 4, it's just like your energy levels are through the roof. So, that's a very good benefit. So, that's it. That was my regimen. This video was not made to be an extremely long video. I just wanted to give y'all this little piece of information that you can take it and build your own regimen on it. Not saying that you have to pattern after every single thing that I did, but since I get this question so much, I wanted to answer that question. Now, as I said on my last video, I want to, do a segment that brings up, a lot of fruit, that brings up fruit or whatever, and the benefits of eating that specific fruit. So this week, the specific fruit that we want to discuss is the watermelon. And you should see a picture that pops up of me holding a watermelon. Watermelon is probably my second favorite fruit, or I would put it right beside the mango. I can't say it's a second favorite because I love watermelon just as much as I love mangoes. But according to healthline.com, there are several benefits of the watermelon, and I'm not going to go into detail. This is why I just gave you the website, and you can check it out for yourself. According to healthline.com, there are great benefits to watermelon. One, it helps you hydrate, as it's like 92% water. So, if you eat watermelon, eat enough of watermelon, you don't really have to worry about drinking a lot of water, because watermelon hydrates you very well, and it has a lot of, stuff in it to really help you, all that good stuff. It contains nutrients and beneficial plant compounds like vitamin C, vitamin A, potassium, magnesium, your B vitamins like B1, 5, and 6. It contains compounds that may help prevent cancer. It may improve heart health, may lower inflammation and oxidative stress, may help prevent macular degeneration. It may help relieve muscle soreness. That is a fact that it helps relieve muscle soreness. I eat watermelon before and after the gym, and what I've discovered is within a couple of hours, I'm not sore anymore. So that definitely helps with that. It is good for your skin and your hair, and it can improve digestion. Now, one thing that is not on healthline.com for my guys, if you have a problem with your pecker rising to the occasion, eat watermelon, and boy, oh boy, you may burst out of your pants. I'm just saying. So it can definitely open up those blood vessels down there that have your pecker flaccid and can make it rise to the occasion, so that you are able to do the things that you need to do to satisfy. Yeah, I'm not going to even go that far. You know, it helps get you rising to the attention that you needed to rise to. Okay, that's it. Because I was about to let it ride, and I'm just like, nah, I'm not going to go into details. You know what I'm talking about. So, with that being said, that wraps up the video. Thank you all so much for watching. I have all of my handles here for my social media, and I have my handles here for booking. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media. For those of you that want to book me and that you know, want me to come to your events or whatever the case may be, my booking information is here. So thanks so much for watching, and always remember to awaken your inner savage. All right, peace.